Anyway, so let's begin, I suppose, with
just another action-packed week. I mean, it's hard to know where to begin.
I mean, I went through all of those things that are going on and completely forgot to mention the crumbling concrete, which, of course, is still ongoing. For anybody who's got kids going to school, then you're concerned about it, you know.
Absolutely. Well, that was a story that, of course, I mean, you led fashion, Mike, by talking about growing concrete, because, of course, the story about concrete has been growing.
Well, not only has the story been growing, the scandal's been growing, the problems for Rishi Sunak have been growing, and also the reason that the concrete became weak in the first place is because it expanded.
Absolutely right. Because,
or, in other words, grew, and therefore caused a problem for the schools.
Who knew?
I know. Well, listen, I've always been ahead of my time. But let me ask you, because I'm going to do this throughout the show today. Obviously, we'll be paying tribute to Her Majesty the Queen, who passed away a year ago today. I'm asking people where they were, if they remember what they felt like when it actually happened. I mean, we've played a clip already of myself and Vanessa.
I remember it very clearly because we knew something significant had happened. I had been called, I was in London, central London, and was called down to the studios in Ealing, the TalkTV studios, because we had some real concerns, something very dramatic had happened.
Yes.
And I was down there, and it became clear that this was looking very, very bad indeed.
Yeah.
And then I was, you broke the news literally, I think, just after 6:30.
Just after 6:30, yeah.
And I was preparing to go live on air with Piers Morgan, just as people were trying to assemble.
And as you were trying to sort of get your head around it, because I think at the time for all of us, one, it was quite a shock, but also it didn't seem quite real, because the Queen, for most of us, I don't think there were many people left in the country who had any other monarch. You know,
that's right.
It's all that you'd ever known.
It's all you've ever known. It was the foundation stone of everything that one sort of understood and trusted and believed in the United Kingdom. And so it was. We knew that day at some point would have to happen, but we sort of thought in a strange way that it almost never would, because she had endured so long. So, yes, just truly seismic.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
seismic.
Kevin O'Sullivan was saying as well that you know, maybe it's not a coincidence that the country as a kind of nation and the psyche of the nation has kind of unravelled in the past year, and things don't seem to have been quite the same.
Actually, I'm not sure it shows you. I think it is a coincidence. I think that what's gone on in the incompetence of the government and the woefulness of the civil service and everything else is just related to so many other things that we talk about every single day. But it's symptomatic of, I think, the mood of concern that we've got a process of basically national decline at every level. Yeah. And look, I mean, we thought it would have been very well illustrated by the concrete fiasco, but it's got ever worse.
But it's now illustrated even better by the Wandsworth jail escape, which
wherever you look, from one bit of false data that basically shuts down our national air traffic control system. That was on the Monday.
It comes so often.
And it's sort of every 3 or 4 days something crumbles. Our air traffic control system crumbled. Then the schools are